I've been writing songs since I'm 13.
I can't help but wonder what it is about songs. What are they? Why are we driven to write them? I made a documentary that is now a digital series. It's a digital series with an analog heart. It's called Platinum Rush.
Today, we look into the belly of the beast. As I was putting this together, I realized that not everybody writes songs for the same reason. I caught up with Diego Garcia on a recent tour of his. Diego had recently opened himself up to writing with other writers.
Lyrically, I was this confident, and then I just started letting someone else, and I saw the brilliance in other people's brains.
The conversation then went to one of the most famous albums of all time. Pet Sounds is very much about Brian and his life, and he didn't really write the words.
Okay, thank you for telling me that, 'cause
Yeah.
it's scary. I think what happens a lot, kids are daunted. They're like, he's a genius. He's a genius. I can't ever touch that.
All too often, we don't look at the credits on albums and think that the singer writes every word and every note. But that's not always the case. Trina Harmon has written mega hits for mega stars. Now she's an artist life coach, helping songwriters find their own voice.
You try and do it the right way, and then once you have a hit, then they just want you to do that again, so then you're trying to recreate what you already created. And what I learned after all the years of doing that and the insanity that comes with that is that there's no such thing. If you're truly creating something, it has never been heard before.
I was a secretary at the time. I was a secretary at HBO. You know, when you're a secretary, bringing your boss his coffee, and you have dreams of being a creative person, I guess God is watching us comes to you very, very easily.
Nobody knows what they want until you play it.
They just want great.
They just want great.
I caught up with Busbee in Los Angeles. Busbee told me he writes and demos over 300 songs a year.
Part of the reason I still do it, I'm still driven and still creative, is because I still love it like I did when I first found it.
Should the second verse be more about her and them, and then that last verse is our current second verse? Are you just getting by?
I still try to act like that kid who's like, oh my gosh, Scott, we gotta write a song, and oh my gosh, we found a great idea and it feels amazing, you know? And it's like, when you lose that, you lose the mojo.
Most people know Eric Bazillion as the guitar player and co-singer of the Hooters, but those in the know that Eric Bazillion, by a sheer example of how his 4-track machine worked for his wife, channeled the sound of the Crash Test Dummies singer and wrote One of Us.
I went home one night with my wife, and we watched the making of Sgt. Pepper. So afterwards, Sarah said to me, a 4-track recording, what's that about? And I'm like, well, those wires on the dining room table, that's a 4-track recorder. Oh, record something for me, she said. So I picked up Rob's guitar. He has a red ES330, and just my fingers going. Oh yeah, I can do this all day. And then Sarah said, sing it. I'm like, sing it? Wait, sing it. I mean, I need to write lyrics and a melody, and I need to have a title and a concept, and then I have to write the lyrics, and I have to rewrite them, and then realize that the chorus isn't working, and then change the chorus, and then I have to realize that it was better in the beginning and go back to that, and it's a long process, young lady.
Yeah.
So she kind of said whatever and fell asleep on the sofa.
What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us.
And I was stuck for a last line, and Sarah woke up and said, trying to get home, trying to find us, trying to make his way home. Yeah, that's just the planets line up sometimes.
You say I only hear what I want to.
I started realizing I just have to speak as conversationally as I can, and then hone it down through editing to make it into real writing. But it starts from a very conversational place because that's my voice. Some of my better songs are the ones that were written more quickly without thinking so hard, but some of that is because of practicing over and over and over again and trying to write clever songs. Some of the songs I've worked so hard for, and I want all the wordplay to be there and all these different levels of meaning, people don't connect to them.
It's interesting, every time I tried to write what I thought they would want or what I thought they would say, it never worked. When I would just focus on writing my own authentic story, then Hilary Duff would find herself in that. Or Jessica Simpson could find herself in that.
Yeah, why are those songs up there?
What's your quote? Predictability is poison?
Yeah.
That's my wife telling an artist that when they walk in here. Because what she's saying is, look at all these gigantic copyrights. You know what they have in common? They're all wildly different.
Yeah.
So this predictable thing you want to do,
right?
This roadmap you want to desperately follow,
yeah,
it's a bad idea.
I feel the melody is the seducer. You know, it's sort of like if somebody's attractive, it makes you want to go up to them and then listen to what they have to say. Nobody says, oh, that person over there looks like they have something interesting to say. So the melody is like the makeup and the words are the personality.
That's pretty heavy, man.
You know, when you're in the supermarket and you just casually hear a song that's coming out of the speaker in the vegetable aisle, and it's a song you love or a song you hate, have you ever thought about all the insanity that goes behind writing that song? Not just that song, but the life of the person that had to lead them to somehow writing that song. You're not going to believe what happens in the next episode, Struggles.
Gotta get up and try. Gotta get up and try.